Hey my beautiful bitches, it's me Fiona St. James and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. And as always, I'd like to start off every morning with a fresh hot black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. And of course I think of my favorite quote of the century by Oscar Wilde every morning. It's how I like to start my day off, and it simply says, life is too important to be taken seriously. So lighten up a little, people, and laugh. So, today's topic of conversation is this organization that I believe in, that I recently started going to meetings, called SWOP-USA. SWOP stands for Sex Workers Outreach Project, and I actually want to read you, don't mind the glasses, but I am 55. I want to make sure I get this right, so I want to basically read like their mission statement, for lack of a better term. So it says, Sex Workers Outreach Project-USA is a national social justice network dedicated to the fundamental human rights of people involved in the sex trade and their communities, focusing on ending violence and stigma through education and advocacy. How great is that? Because remember, folks, like, sex work is work, and, you know, it's a matter of having rights as human beings and as workers. The organization itself is in 20 different states. There are a total of 26 chapters within those 20 states. The two chapters in New York City actually are in Brooklyn and The Bronx. So, you know, I just think it's wonderful that there's a network out there for people like myself who are in that trade. And, you know, if there's a way that we could all help each other out and like learn and, you know, try to break the stigma that can sometimes come with it. You know, some people are open-minded about it, but, you know, by and large, there's still a lot of people out there who frown upon that, and I don't really know why anyone should. You know, it's as simple as this. Like any other job, if the work is not for you, don't do it. But, you know, don't hate someone else because they do it and because they happen to be good at it, and, you know, enjoy it. I know I always have, all the few decades that I've been doing this, and yeah, you know, I have definitely face the stigma and the discrimination that goes along with that. But I've always been pretty open and honest with my life and the fact that I have been in that industry, and there's something empowering about it, and there's something actually reaffirming, I guess, like knowing that this organization is out there and that, you know, there are other people out there that do what I do, and we can all support one another. And, you know, there are different workshops and blogs, and, you know, so it's educational even for someone, you know, so for someone who's in it, we could all learn from one another and, you know what rights we have, because it really is all about having the rights and, you know, being treated civilly, even if you don't necessarily agree with the work that we do. You know, like I said before, it is work. And, you know, it should be, I think it should be made legal the same way that there, hopefully sooner than later, you know, marijuana will be legalized in all of the states. It already is in some states, you know, as is prostitution. So, you know, legalize it, tax it, decriminalize it, and, you know, stop hating a bitch because she wants to make money doing that way. Because you know what? It's just like I've said in previous videos about this topic, that when you think of life in general, nothing in life is free. So really, being a sex worker, in my mind, is no different than someone who goes to Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job. You're sitting there and you're not giving someone your time for free. You are getting paid to be there. So it's the same thing with us. We're getting paid to be there. You know, granted, it may not be 8 hours. It might only be an hour or two, and it's probably a better rate. And, but who cares about that? That's just the icing on the cake. But either way, we are providing a service. The same way that anyone that goes to any job anywhere, you're providing a service and you are getting paid for your time. So when you look at it in that broad spectrum, I view life as, you know, one big one big call and we are all prostitutes in this game of life that we live in. Because like I said, nothing in life is free. So knowing that this organization is out there and believing in it does kind of, you know, reaffirms for me that that what I'm doing is fine, and there's power in numbers, and it's nice to know that, you know, you're not the only one that thinks that way. I mean, obviously I knew I wasn't the only one that did, but it's reassuring. So I believe in them. I believe in the work. You know, look at the website. If anyone who's watching this is a sex worker, and whether you do it through ads or if you do it soliciting in the street, however way you do it that works for you, you know, don't be ashamed of it. You know, obviously if you're doing it, hopefully you're doing it because you want to and you're not being forced into doing it. You know, I've always just enjoyed it. It's not that I had to, or suddenly, you know, I was forced into doing something that I didn't want to do. I like making money, and I like being naked and having my fun. So there you have it. God, I really am open and honest these days. I mean, I always have been, but so much more. So sex workers out there, you know, if you are not familiar with this group, look them up. SWOP, SWOP-USA. You know, maybe there's a chapter in the city that you live in. Like I said, they're in 20 states and 26 chapters within those 20 states. So I think that's rather awesome. Leave your comments. Thanks so much for listening and letting me into your lives. And hopefully my viewers that are watching this aren't of the mindset that, oh my God, sex workers, you know, that's a terrible thing, because it's not. Don't judge. I don't judge. And I'm sure that my amazing viewers are not as well. You all seem pretty open-minded. I mean, hell, at this point, if you've subscribed to my channel and you're hearing everything that I have to say, I have to assume that you're cool with everything. So I love that about my people. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the thumbs up, give it a like, leave your comments. And as always, thanks for letting me into your world. Signing off. Love yous. Bye.